All right, weddings have never been more creative, unique, off the charts. Thinking outside the box for sure, but how can you come up with concepts like the cake you're looking at for your theme for your special day? Well, we can't, so that's what Kia Martinson from Estoccations is for. Good morning to you, Kia. Thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
Leave it to you. I'm in awe. I'm like, there's peppers hanging from flowers, there's a comic cake, there's stuff that I don't know what's going. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Is this the trend now? People are really trying to
be a little bit outside the box or over the top. You need to pick one or two things, or maybe just one like theme and go with it, but not to overdo it.
Okay, gotcha.
Because if you overdo it, you sort of feel like you're actually in a comic book, and that's not the point. So this dress is from the Wedding Embassy, along with all of the jewelry. If you think about it, you know, like a big over-the-top headpiece, hair and makeup done by Bartone Company, and she did one statement piece, like the lips. Gentler on the eyes, but really popping on the lips, showing off the jewelry. Big hair is coming back, but not puffy this way, like
so not big like mine, sophisticated like hers, right?
And these beautiful flowers are done by Palmeiri, a freelance florist in West Hartford. So mixing flowers with peppers.
Okay, who would ever think of doing that? What
this
kind
is
of
a bouquet.
Wedding? That's the bouquet. So people would walk down with, is that for the bride or would that be the bridesmaids?
You could do your bridesmaids as well.
About that?
Maybe a little bit smaller for the bridesmaids, but something different that stands out, that's gorgeous.
It's going to be memorable for sure.
Exactly.
Doesn't compete with the dress either. Like
it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's really delicate, simple, pretty.
Kia, that's amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful invitations that are from Tulaloo. So one of the things is that an invitation really lets your guests know what type of wedding they're coming to. Really sophisticated, how they should be dressing. Is it more casual? Is it more sophisticated? So this is an invitation that was sent in the box. It was at a vineyard. As you can see, it comes with the cork.
I love
Lets people know that they're going to be a little bit outside, a little bit inside. This is a laser cut one, just absolutely gorgeous once again by Tulaloo. Beautiful. Just once again gives an idea, gives a theme, and makes a statement, which is the first statement that you're making when you're having a wedding.
Well, and people do spend a lot of money on their invites now, don't they? It's become a very important part. And like you say, it's because it's sending so many messages.
Exactly. And then when your guests arrive at the hotel, really nice to have a little emergency kit. It has some water, some Advil, some mints,
like
some Band-Aids.
kit.
That's exactly what it is. It's for when they come back to the hotel room.
Gotcha.
But a nice way to welcome them and make sure that they know that they're cared for.
You're thinking of every bit of their need. Okay.
So another thing for groomsmen is making your own bow ties. Think about it, like really picking the theme, having them sewn for you, a little bit more custom, and you can really go over the top with some funky patterns and things. And same thing with cufflinks. These are, you know, ancient antique silver ones that are beautiful.
They are.
But you could also go with one that's more themed for your event.
Unique.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
So tabletop layering. So this is actually a mirror.
Very cool.
As a charger. And then layering up so that your food looks really pretty. You're making a statement piece on your table. So it's a very set, clean, sophisticated, but over the top, because you put a lot of effort into this is the part that was important to you.
The table settings have really been kicked up a notch in recent years, haven't they? And it makes you sit down, you feel like you're like at dinner at Downton Abbey or something.
Exactly.
You just feel really special.
It feels like you're being hosted, and it's an exciting way to do it. And plus, it makes the food more exciting.
It does.
Exactly.
And it almost makes you think it tastes better.
Exactly.
It doesn't, but it feels like it. Okay.
And then, of course, the cake by A Little Imagination Cakes.
We need to spend some time here on this thing. Take this in, everybody.
This is a real cake that she made for a couple.
Okay. For a wedding.
For a wedding.
Okay.
It is the comic book panels. It was done to follow their save the date. They went with a theme and they really went with it. And
look
this
at the
is
size
what you
of this
should
compared
do.
To me, it's like real life. I mean, it's bigger than my head.
Exactly. And you can really go with it. This can be your one big comic book superhero part of a wedding, and you don't have to do all the other things. You
So it doesn't have to be a masquerade party.
Exactly.
So you can do this. It sets the theme. Hey, maybe we met at Comic-Con, or maybe we both collect Batman.
Exactly. And it can be fun. And this is a great place to be fun. You don't have to be stuffy with just a perfect cake all the time. You can really sort of go outside the box.
And so the little messages in the comic along the side, were they special to that couple?
Absolutely, like right here. And I don't know if I can angle it correctly and not make it fall, because if I do, I'll never hear the end.
I'll catch it.
But it says, just married.
Oh, how
So
sweet.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah, right, Christine and Brian.
Oh, and like I said,
awesome.
you know, and of course, this smells amazing because it's marshmallow fondant.
Sorry.
But yeah, so once again, it's just a really great place to put a lot of your out-of-the-box effort into what you're trying to do.
So, okay, so if you're going to choose just sort of one thing to go nuts with, how do you know where to do that? Is it, I mean, obviously they could come to you and you'd be able to say, all right, what's the theme, what's going on here? Why don't you try with the bouquet and make that the statement piece or the cake? But, you know, if you can't get a wedding planner and you want to try and do something yourself, how do you know where to do that little moment?
There's certain things that you know that are important to you. If food is important to you, you're going to spend more on having beautiful place setting because you're showing off the food that you have spent a lot of money in getting and picking a perfect menu, or the cake, or maybe for you what's really important is the dress.
Right, maybe you're really into fashion, or that's
exactly, and that's what you want and this is what you need. And then sometimes, you know, the flowers, for lots of people, they're like, my mom wants flowers, but I want something modern and cool. Then you go with something like this.
That's modern, and that is
cool. And it is also food. I mean, it's got peppers.
And you can nibble on those.
Exactly.
You might not want to, but don't use jalapenos.
No.
Kia, this is amazing. Thanks so much. Very inspiring ideas. This is coming up on the big season.
Yes,
so
it is.
Now's the time to be thinking. Check out Estoccasions for more ideas just like this.